1. Which of the following term is used for a school of learning and teaching the branches of Vedas? A. Shakha, B. Charana, C. Ratha, D. Yajna. Show answer. Correct answer, B. Charana. Notes: Charana refers to the guru-pupil lineage or school for teaching and learning of Vedas in ancient India. 2. During whose reign Mahayana sect of Buddhism came into existence? A. Ashoka, B. Kanishka, C. Ajatsatru, D. Nagarjuna. Show answer. Correct answer, B. Kanishka. Notes: Mahayana sect of Buddhism emerged during the reign of Kanishka. Asanga was the founder of Mahayan sect of Buddhism. 3. Which among the following is considered to be the oldest Veda? A. Sam Veda, B. Yajur Veda, C. Rig Veda, D. Atharva Veda. Show answer. Correct answer, C. Rig Veda. Notes: There are 4 Vedas composed by Ayans: Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharva Veda. Of the 4 Vedas, the Rig Veda, collection of lyrics, is the oldest text in the world and is also known as the first testament of mankind. It contains 1028 hymns divided into 10 mandals. 4. Which among the following are important functionaries of early Vedic period? A. Purohit, B. Senani, C. Gramini, D. All of the above. Show answer. Correct answer, D. All of the above. Notes: The important functionaries of early Vedic period are Purohit, Senani and Gramini. 5. Rajatarangini, a book that generally recorded the heritage of Kashmir in the 12th century, was written by __. A. Pravaragupta, B. Kalhana, C. Lalitapida, D. Kashyapa. Show answer. Correct answer, B. Kalhana. Notes: Kalhana penned the book named Rajatarangini in 12th century CE. It is a metrical historical chronicle of northwestern Indian subcontinent, particularly the kings of Kashmir, written in Sanskrit. Rajatarangini described the Masrul prevailing in Kashmir during the reign of King Kalas, son of King Ananta Deva of Kashmir. 6. Tattvamasi, a Sanskrit phrase, originally occurs in which of the following Upanishads? A. Mundaka Upanishad, B. Chandogya Upanishad, C. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, D. Mandukya Upanishad. Show answer. Correct answer, B. Chandogya Upanishad. Notes: Tattvamasi is a Sanskrit phrase is one of the Mahavakyas, grand pronouncements, in Vedantic Sanatana Dharma. It originally occurs in the Chandogya Upanishad, a Sanskrit text embedded in the Chandogya Brahmana of the Sama Veda of Hinduism. 7. In Vedic age, which among the following grains was referred as Vrihi? A. Barley, B. Wheat, C. Rice, D. Maize. Show answer. Correct answer, C. Rice. Notes: The term Vrihi was used for rice in Vedic era. For wheat, the term Godma was used. 8. Painted grey ware was used in which of the following era? A. Early Vedic era, B. Later Vedic era, C. Harappan era, D. None of the above. Show answer. Correct answer, B. Later Vedic era. Notes: The painted grey ware culture is an Iron Age Indian culture of the western Gangetic Plain and the Ghaggar-Hakra Valley on the Indian subcontinent, lasting from roughly 1200 BCE to 600 BCE. 9. Who among the following was commander-in-chief of Brihadratha? A. Agnimitra, B. Pushyamitra Sunga, C. Vasumitra, D. Muladeva. Show answer. Correct answer, B. Pushyamitra Sunga. Notes: Pushyamitra was originally a Senapati, general, of the Maurya Empire under Brihadratha. Pushyamitra Shunga was the founder and first ruler of the Shunga Empire in East India after he assassinated the last Mauryan emperor, Brihadratha Maurya. 10. Bring out the incorrect statement. A. The officer responsible for the safe custody of land records during the Gupta period was known as Karanika. B. A hymn came to India during the reign of Chandragupta II. C. Manusmriti was the first work to recognize the payment of officers by grants of land. D. All are correct. Show answer. Correct answer D. All are correct. Notes: the officer responsible for the safe custody of land records during the Gupta period was known as Karanika. He came to India during the reign of Chandragupta II. His primary aim was to visit the Buddhist religious places and to take with him the copies of the Buddhist religious texts. Manusmriti was the first work to recognize the payment of officers by grants of land. Manusmriti is a text on law by Manu. 11. What were the names of Asoka's mother, wife and daughter? A. Mahadevi, Subhadrangi, Sanghamitra. B. Subhadrangi, Mahadevi, Sanghamitra. C. Mahadevi, Sanghamitra, Subhadrangi. D. None of the above. Show answer. Correct answer B. Subhadrangi, Mahadevi, Sanghamitra. 12. What was the meaning of Vishti in the Gupta era? A. Religious functionaries. B. Forced labor. C. Prostitutes. D. Police. Show answer. Correct answer B. Forced labor. Notes: in the Gupta era, the term Vishti referred to forced labor. The empire obtained their percentage of the material surplus through the power of arms in the kind of taxes like Shulka, Bali and Kar etc., forced labor like Balutam and Vishti, and other perquisites. 13. 4 mattas in the 4 corners of India were founded by A. Adi Shankara. B. Ramanujacharya. C. Bhaskaracharya. D. Madhavacharya. Show answer. Correct answer A. Adi Shankara. 14. Which of the following Chinese pilgrim gives account of the first Gupta ruler? A. Hien. B. Wen Sang. C. Itzing. D. None of the above. Show answer. Correct answer C. Itzing. Notes: Yejing or I Azing was a Tang era Chinese Buddhist monk famed as a traveler and translator. His account of his travels is an important source for the history of the medieval kingdoms along the sea route between China and India. He gave account of the first Gupta ruler Sri Gupta. 15. Which among the following is considered to be the official law book of the Guptas? A. Manusmriti. B. Parashara Smriti. C. Yajnavalkya Smriti. D. Vyasa Smriti. Show answer. Correct answer C. Yajnavalkya Smriti. Notes: the Yajnavalkya Smriti is one of the dharma-related texts of Hinduism composed in Sanskrit. It is dated to between the 3rd to 5th century CE and belongs to the Dharmasastras tradition. It was the official law book of the Guptas. 16. With reference to the computation of the time, the Udayika system and Ardharatrika system were devised by A. Aryabhatta. B. Varamihira. C. Brahmgupta. D. Nagarjuna. Show answer. Correct answer A. Aryabhatta. Notes: Aryabhatta was the first Indian astronomer to state that the Earth is spherical and rotates on its axis. He went on to explain that the apparent daily east-west motion of the Sun, Moon, planets, and stars is due to the rotation of the Earth from west to east. He introduced 2 systems for reckoning time: 1. The Udayika system, from sunrise to next sunrise, and 2. The Ardharatrika system, that is, midnight to midnight, sidereal time. The time for one sidereal rotation of the Earth is given as 23h56 meters for one's modern value, 23 hours 56 minutes 4.091 seconds. Responsible for the Indian mathematical renaissance, Aryabhatta set the pattern and tone of modern mathematical investigations. Which among the following were the fallouts, results of the feudalism in medieval India? Creation of smaller nuclei of power. Creation of secure and sacrosanct political pockets. Improvement in the position of Shudras to some extent. Select the correct option from the codes given below. A. Only 1 and 2. B. Only 2 and 3. C. Only 1 and 3. D. 1, 2 and 3. Show answer. Correct answer D. 1, 2 and 3. Notes: in the post-Gupta period, it is assumed that the position of Shudras in the society had come up to the status of peasants from their earlier position of servants and domestic slaves. Wen Sang, in his accounts, characterizes Shudras as agriculturists. Consider the following pairs of Indus Valley sites with their excavations and findings. Surkottada, the only Harappan site to contain horse remains. Mehrgarh, earliest agricultural community. Malwan, southernmost Harappan site. Which of the above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only, B. 3 only, C. 2 and 3 only, D. 1, 2 and 3. Show answer. Correct answer D. 1, 2 and 3. Notes: Surkottada is an archaeological site located in Kutch district of Gujarat. Surkottada site is the only Indus Valley site that contains horse remains dated to ca. 2000 BCE. Mehrgarh site is located near the Bolan Pass in Pakistan. This site shows the sequence from earliest settlement and the start of agriculture to the mature Harappan civilization. Malwan is a small town in Sindhudurg district of Maharashtra. It is the southernmost Harappan site in India. Consider the following statements. The Mrityu, death, theme appears for the first time in Shatapathar Brahmana. The word Gotra was mentioned for the first time in Atharva Veda. Which of the above statements are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, D. neither 1 nor 2. Show answer. Correct answer C. both 1 and 2. Notes: The Shatapathar Brahmana is a Hindu sacred text which describes prose text Vedic rituals, history and mythology associated with the Shukla Yajurveda. Atharva Veda is the Vedic scripture or the fourth Veda, which is a collection of hymns and mantras. 20 Teri sites of Tamil Nadu are associated with which of the following periods? A. Neolithic, B. Mesolithic, C. Paleolithic, D. Upper Paleolithic. Show answer. Correct answer B. Mesolithic. Notes: Teri sites are group of 11 sites in the Tinnevelly district of Tamil Nadu. They are associated with dunes of red and sand. These Teri sites belongs to Mesolithic period. Following statements about Vajrayan Buddhism. It became popular in India in the 8th century during the reign of Pallas. Vajrayanists believed that the best way to attain salvation could be by acquiring the magical powers. Which of the above statements are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, D. neither 1 nor 2. Show answer. Correct answer C. both 1 and 2. Notes: Both are correct statements. Vajrayan Buddhism is a form of Buddhism probably originated from the Mahayana tradition. It is based on a complex philosophical and ritual system meant to provide a path towards enlightenment. Vajrayan is sometimes referred to as Tibetan Buddhism. It became popular in India in the 8th century during the reign of Pallas. They believe that the best way to attain salvation could be by acquiring the magical powers. 22. According to the Indian mythology, which among the following was the oldest book on polity in India? A. Dandaniti, B. Bahudantka, C. Bahaspatya Sastra, D. Vaishalaksha. Show answer. Correct answer A. Dandaniti. 23. Who said that Tibet is the original home of irons? A. Swami Dayanand Saraswati, B. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, C. Max Muller, D. A.C. Das. Show answer. Correct answer A. Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Notes: Swami Dayanand Saraswati postulated that Tibet is the original home of irons. He said this in reference to the Vedas and other Aryan texts. This also referred to as Tibet theory. 24. The Satpatha Brahmana is attached to which of the following? A. Rig Veda, B. Sama Veda, C. Yajur Veda, D. Atharva Veda. Show answer. Correct answer 0. Notes: The Brahmanas are texts which describe the rules for the performance of sacrificial ceremonies. The most important Brahmana is the Satpatha Brahmana. It is attached to the Yajur Veda and is the most exhaustive Brahmana. 25. Which of the following Brahmana recommends 100 sacred paths? A. Satpatha Brahmana, B. Gopatha Brahmana, C. Kathaka Brahmana, D. None of the above. Show answer. Correct answer A. Satpatha Brahmana. Notes: the most important Brahmana, which is the attested to the Yajur Veda called the Satpatha Brahmana, is the most exhaustive. It recommends 100 sacred paths. Each of the Vedas has several Brahmanas attached to it.